Good evening, everybody. So I got it in my head that I would do a Father's Day pick for you guys. So let's get started. This is 2021, just before Father's Day, and you're looking for a gift for your dad for less than $100. Now, if your dad's anything like me, he's gonna love any of these tools. No matter which one you pick, you could start at the cheapest set of tools on this side and go to the most expensive that I've got picked up here. Everything here is under $100. So you get to choose. I don't think you want to spend more than $100 on Father's Day. If you do, good for you. That's awesome. But most of us like to stay under $100. But you don't want to like buy your dad a shirt or a pair of socks or whatever, because as cool as that is, it's just going to be another shirt. You want to get him something that's going to be like, oh, I can't wait to try this out. That's really kind of what the mark of a good tool is. I can't wait to try this out. So I've got all kinds of budgets here, starting at like literally $7 or $8, going all the way up to close to $100, and I thought I'd cover it for you. These are some of the favorite tools that I found around the garage that are all still available to purchase, and they've really kind of made things a lot easier for me to use, and I really like them. They're my everyday reach for tools, and really kind of sped up my workflow to some extent. And then also some of them do things that I really can't figure out how to do any other way. So I'll go through. On the rightmost here, it's just a basic tape measure, right? But this, if your dad's a woodworker of any kind, he's gonna love these Fastbacks, okay? Now I've got all kinds of tape measures here. I've got my Fat Max here. It's a pretty expensive one. I've got my, let's see, my Stanley here. I've got a few other ones lying around the shop, but this is the one I reach for still. This is the cheapest one, and this is the one I reach for. Part of the reason is not only is it cheap and I can replace it, it's also kind of got a really good soft rubber feel to it that I really like. But the most important thing is the way that Fastback does this demarcation. So if you're a woodworker, you would really appreciate this, that it actually says, like it literally writes like the three down to 1/8 of an inch. It writes down all the eighths of inch measurements and goes all the way down to the 16ths. So there's 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, quarter, 5/16, like that. So that's really nice. And what's extra nice is it doesn't just do it on this side, it also does it on that side. So depending on where your orientation is, this is the woodworker's best friend, and I really, really like this. And the other thing I like about it, even though I've never used it, is it's got a pencil sharpener just built into it for whatever reason. Also really like the clip on this one. I don't like the clip on most of these things. Like I don't like the clip on the Fastback because you can't lift it. You have to like reach under here to lift it, and you have to like be some sort of wizard to get these on. Unless you're wearing like really tough jeans, these won't bend backwards for you. But with this one, I could be wearing my shorts around the summertime and just grab this, put it like right on the side of my pocket. It's super lightweight. Really love this tool. It's $7.99, and your dad will love you for it because if he's a woodworker, he probably knows about the Fastback, and you can never have, one's not usually enough. And it's got like a really nice lock mechanism and really good spring action. And that's the hold button. So yeah, quite a nice tool, and nice, good relief for measuring inside versus outside. Anyway, great tool. Next thing on my list is one of my favorite things, and this is again the kind of thing dads would love, is a pack of Sugru. Now, if you're not familiar with Sugru, go look it up. This is basically a moldable glue, like putty, basically, that once you open this little pouch, you have to use all of it. This one comes in, I think, there's like a white one back here. Yeah, there's like, comes with 4 whites and 4 blacks. And you can use it to do anything. Really here, they've kind of got some examples. You can stick it to a surface or like mold it to like repair like a broken wire or whatever. I've repaired a bunch of stuff around the house with this. Most recently, a collar for one of our bedside lamps had broken, and I like fashioned one out of this, put it there, let it dry. Next day it was good as new. So Here it's got an example of you can repair the handles on your pot, fix your boots, which I don't know if I would do that, but apparently you can. Anyway, Sugru is a great little handy thing, and it's a super cool little gift. And at about 14 bucks, I think, or actually 17 bucks for this 8-pack. It's kind of pricey, but when you need it, it'll make up for its cost right away. Next thing, again, good for woodworkers, but really anybody could use a nice straight edge and a speed square. This is a Craig MultiMark. This tool is a very valuable tool around the shop, especially if you're doing woodworking, for being able to make measurements and just kind of lock it into place like that, where now I've got an inch and I can do my measurements off of that. Or it's got a level built in, so I can, kind of make sure that I've got a nice, not only a nice 90 degrees, but also my surface is level. And then I could do measurements in that plane or in this plane where kind of straight, and I can make measurements with that edge of it. And also, I believe you can, how does this work? I don't use this feature very much, but yeah, so you can lock it in that angle, and I think that's the 45. You do it over here, and you got yourself a nice 45. So the MultiMark, again, this is kind of a famous tool almost, and most woodworkers own at least one of these. And this is I think you can get this for about 14 bucks. It's made by Craig, which is one of the best companies around from a tools perspective. Some of you know I'm biased to Craig, but I really love this tool. I reach for it every day practically if I'm doing woodworking. Then moving on to another tool that I reach for all the time so I don't get killed. If you're worried about your dad's safety, you're going to look for this Klein voltage tester tool. So what this tool does, it's pretty genius. It's been around for a long time, but these things are just kind of like you can wear it in your pocket, carry it around in your belt, leave it in the truck, your toolbox, doesn't matter. But essentially, it helps you test for live voltage. So you can stick this into an outlet, and if it lights up, it tells you that that outlet is live. You have to turn it off, and it can do that with a lot of different scenarios in different conditions and whatnot. You can read all about it. And this tool, I believe, is about $27. So pretty good value for saving your life, but a little pricey, and certainly a tool that can last you a lifetime. I mean, Klein tools are really nice tools, and this one also has this added bonus of having a flashlight built in, which is nice. Now, if your dad's into knives, and what dad isn't, and especially utility knives, throw away your box cutters, throw away your knives, because utility knives is where it's at. And this thing is awesome. This is the Milwaukee Fastback. Now, Milwaukee makes dozens of Fastbacks, but none other like this, because this one is a super good one. It has blade storage built in up to, I believe, 3 blades. And then the action is super nice and smooth, and it is made out of a metal body, which I really like. It's got a lot of different features, as you can see. I think I did a full review on this, so you can go look that up. But rest assured, these Milwaukee Fastbacks are kind of best in breed. There are better knives out there. There are better utility knives out there. But for the price of what you pay for a Milwaukee Fastback, which is about 24 bucks, there isn't anything like it. And it's nice because it's a Milwaukee brand. Your dad will recognize that right away, and he'll be like, "Ah, sweet, thanks, man. I have 3 of these, but one more is awesome." I've got like 10 Milwaukee Fastbacks. And if you gave me another one, I would be super stoked. And if I were you, I would also order this. These are Carbide blades by Dewalt. Now, these aren't Milwaukee, but if you watch Project Farm, he went through a whole freaking day of testing, maybe multi-day testing of these utility blades, and it ended up that these Dewalt Carbide bits were, I think, the best one that he found. Now, I could be wrong. There could have been a couple, and this was the better value. I don't know. But I love these blades, and a pack of 50, which is what this is, will last you a very long time because these blades don't wear out that quickly. Anyway, I don't quite remember how much that is, but I don't think you can. I think you can buy that at Home Depot. I won't have a link for that, I don't think. But if I find one, I'll put it down. Next tool on my list is a bit pricey, and it doesn't look like much, okay? But I have a full review of this on my channel. I love this screwdriver. It's just a screwdriver, right? But it isn't just a screwdriver because this screwdriver has a hidden trick. Check that out. It's 26 in 1 tool. So I think 26, right? Oh, gosh, I should have looked that up again before. I'm remembering the number 26 right now. So we got 2, 4, 6 times 2, that's 12, times, 24, and then 2 more here, because each one of these bits is two-sided. Yeah, 26 in 1. And you notice I held it upside down. Those bits didn't fall out. These bits are every kind of bit you could possibly think of is in here. Well, not every kind of bit, but all your commonly used bits are in here. It's got this really beautiful kind of action in spring-loaded action, and it almost feels like there's like a hydraulic pump back there, but because it's got this really nice fluid motion, right? But I think it's just a spring. So there's that, and it also has this hold collar. And what's really nice about that is you can't pull hang on a second. You can't pull these bits out. Like I'm trying as hard as I can right now. The bit won't come out unless you pull the collar back, and then the bit will come out. That's super nice. And also you can hold on to that as you screw, so that gives you the rotating collar there. Very nice ergonomics, super compact and easy to carry around, 26 tools in one. And WEHA is a German brand known for really great tools. However, this ain't gonna come cheap, but your dad will really thank you for it. 45 bucks. This thing is freaking awesome. The next thing, now this one is a little bit more than a year old. This is a Adu battery jump starter. And it comes with the full jump start kind of like prongs and all that stuff for a car. And I've started up trucks with this. I've started up my a V8 Mercedes with this. I've started up motorcycles with it. I've started up anything you can think of. I've started up with this. Charges relatively quickly. You get a lot of starts with this with one charge. I've brought back a lot of very dead vehicles with this guy, and I absolutely love it. Can't say anything about it. Now, I don't think I could find a link to this specific one anymore, but Adu has a newer one out there that I'll leave a link to. And I think that one's only like 55 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal for what you get. Last but not least, guys, is my most favorite tool. And you guys have seen me talk about this. I've got it on my channel. I've got a couple reviews of it. It's my gyroscopic screwdriver. This thing will change your whole work pattern. I actually have 2 of these now. One for the house and like inside the house, and the other one for inside the shop. So I use this every single day, and I absolutely love it. Can't say enough about it. If you're interested in finding out more about it, you can go and check out my 2 different reviews. If you were to get this, I would also recommend a Dewalt bit kit. These are super cheap at Home Depot. I think you can find them probably a Father's Day sale for about 10 bucks, but I think usually they're about 14 bucks. This tool right now is at $73. That comes with the battery and the charger, and I think it's a bargain for what you get. Now, a lot of people make fun of this tool because they don't understand it, but once you've held it and you've worked with it, that's the key. You got to work with it for a little bit to get used to the action of rotating your wrist to turn the tool on, okay? But once you do, you're gonna fall in love with this tool. I kid you not. And what's cool about it is it's a special tool. Your dad's gonna really absolutely love how special that tool is. It's not just another screwdriver. It's a gyroscopic one. It's something maybe he wouldn't buy for himself, But once he starts using it, he's going to call you up and say, hey, you know that screwdriver you got me is actually super cool. And I know he's going to say that because that's exactly how I would feel. And by the way, like I said, I have 2 of those. If I got a 3rd one, I would love you for it. And all of these is the same. Like I've got all of these, and if I had yet another one, I would totally love it. That's how awesome these tools are. That, you know, you wouldn't mind having one for your shop and one for your car, and maybe one inside the house or whatever. All of these are of that nature. Certainly, most people have more than one tape measure. You can never run out of these. These little MultiMarks, they can be around your shop or your workbench or whatever, your toolbox. You'd love that. Definitely can't have enough of these guys. Knives, guys, you could have 30 knives. You wouldn't have enough. Screwdrivers, I don't know. This one actually is enough because I could see maybe having one in the shop and then having one in my car, but I don't know if I'd have more than one. I would love to get another one of these batteries for my wife's car, and then also it's kind of, so one thing I regret about not having more of these usually is typically I have this in my garage, okay, because I've got it like sitting on the charger to make sure it's always charged and whatnot. And sometimes I'll forget to throw it in the truck. It would just be nice because a lot of times what I use it for is starting up a dead motorcycle. I got a bunch of motorcycles here and they die all the damn time. The battery on them dies. And that's what I use it for. So sometimes I'll forget to put it back in the truck. It would just be super nice to have one for the house and one for the truck. So that's that. And like I said, I already have 2 of those screwdrivers, and I got a bunch of packs of those bits. I'm a bit spoiled with the tools. So I'm not saying buy more than one of these, but certainly any one of these is sure to make your dad happy. I'll leave links to all of these guys in the description. There's videos on my channel probably reviewing 90% of this stuff, not all of it. I don't know if I'm reviewing a Sugru or not, but the rest of the stuff I think I've talked about at some point. Anyway, guys, happy Father's Day to you. Hope that if you're a dad, you get something you really like. If you got other gift ideas for Father's Day, please leave them in the description. Feel free to link to them. I'm more than happy to check out some of the ones you got. And I'm also looking for a gift for my dad. I am actually considering getting him one of these WEHA screwdrivers, because he loves to tinker, and I think he would really appreciate it. He would probably at first look at it and go, yeah, that seems like a wussy kind of tool. But I bet you once he starts playing with it a little bit, he'll appreciate how great of a tool these WEHAs are. And I can't wait to give it to him. All right, folks, have a great rest of your day, and happy Father's Day.